Well, I've been out buying again, and another order off of eBay. So this is a Sony mini stereo system, and I'm going to crack it open now. It's well wrapped. Are you seeing what I am seeing yet? MD-LP Sony Minidisc player, and I believe it's got CD and cassette, this one as well. And there we go. Tape in the top. It's very similar to the M100. It's pretty tidy. There's the Type S MD LP. So obviously later Minidisc technology in terms of sound. So Type S above Type R. CMT CP505 MD. Now this one in some ways looks a bit more straightforward to use because it's got the buttons for each component in the position that you'd kind of want it really. So when you select play for CD, you're kind of down here, and then Minidisc is this central part, so this is quite a key part, and then the tuner and I guess the clock radio, whatever, is in here, and tape is just in the top. So in terms of direction and things on the tape, it's not obvious at the moment. Maybe that's just a remote control feature, or do you just use this? Doesn't seem to be moving very much. Maybe it doesn't. So power it on, shall we? Doesn't look like it goes to a flashy demo mode like my other one does. All very similar display though. It reckons it's in tape mode. Minidisc, there isn't one. It's not sure if there's a CD by the looks of it. There isn't. Well, first of all, let's try cassette. Remember these cassettes? Well, do you remember this particular one from Sony? It's a smart one actually. I always used to think, although they were just normal tapes, normal kind of bias, they were well made. It looks like the dad has written on here the tracks. It looks like we've got a bit of Phil Collins and Toto, if it's in the right case. So the tape goes in that way, like so, and then play. It's playing. Will it auto reverse? Yep. Will it forward? Now I wonder if this down here lets me do that. Yeah, it would do if it worked. So this is similar to the other one. It's got a bout issue. Crack open a Minidisc. So these are kind of third-party ones. Well, when I say third-party, ones that I bought from a third party. Well, so let's just see. Oh, it took it. That's pretty good. It's reading table contents and it's playing it. Okay, so this is quite nice, this little toggle control. So if we go like that, it jumps a track. Oh, I like that. If we go the other way, press it quick enough, we can go backwards. Yeah, that read things quickly, didn't it? All right, the next one is CD. So we need to eject and stick in this. That's what I call music 116, 116. And play. This is looking suspiciously similar to the other one I repaired. So we need to get the head cleaner into there. We also need to get some headphones into here and just check the amplifier side. Right, should we play the tape again? Hey, it's the right tape. Toto, Africa. I won't let that play for as long as that nightclub did in Bristol. Was it a year ago they did that? A couple of years ago they had a evening of Toto Africa on playback, like a loop. It went on, and people were there, I think, all night dancing to the same track. All right, let's try Minidisc. This should be Steve Wright Love Songs. Yep, I can hear one starting. I'm going to speed it on. Sounds good. That's nice. The bass max. So they don't go all the way around and stop. They are floating kind of adjusters here. We know that CD needs to come out anyway. Need to put a cleaning one in. First thing to try then is just the lens cleaner dry, basically. So it's got its bristles there. Let's see if that does anything. Let's say no disc. Let's put some cleaning fluid on here. It's looking like a bit of a weakness there in that that's not working. This does seem to be taking the Minidisc fine. So maybe not needing renewing yet. The belt, that is. Don't know about the recording part yet. I don't particularly want to try that until I've got the CD bit working. Now I think I can dub from tape, but I know the tape needs sorting out as well. So let's just crack this open. It looks like we've got a fan for the power supply. Now it's got these kind of proprietary type plugs. Now I have got some that will match this on my other system. They do look the same. So the PC link looks a bit like an S-video connection, and there is a digital optical in, so you can even go from a digital source in as well. That's nice. Antenna, and there's also FM support, so AM, FM, and there's an analog in as well, right and left. And it's just saying up here it's an HCD CP505. As usual, a few screws to kind of contend with. Luckily only two types, flat for the sides and kind of standard screws everywhere else. Let's go with the first one out, isn't it? And this is similar to what I've seen before. So pop that out. So much thicker belt for the playback, and then there is a belt on there, thankfully. Doesn't look like it's deteriorated too much. So that's a separate job. Yeah, and I did snap just a couple of bits off, but all is not lost because I can glue those back in again. I've got those. So got the power board at the back, main kind of board here. It's quite obvious how it's all stacked up together. So the main thing is that I'm able to just get into the bottom part of this. That doesn't want to come off. It's kind of bent over, that's why I think maybe that's better. So there's an earthing thing there going on. That's another connector. It's just a push one. Yeah. It's all going to have to kind of lift off, isn't it, anyway? So I undid these screws here, but everything is kind of still connected to the front. Can you see those? Probably just about here. So you've got to kind of get something behind there to push and then pull at the same time. So they're out the way, that one's out the way, that's out the way. So front kind of, oh I see, so there's a screw into the front panel. One here. This is for the Minidisc, kind of gives it the support. ones that are screwed into the base really. Something's keyed in that's stopping it from moving. Right, it's starting to come apart, I think. There's going to be a few things holding this front in, including this cable here. There you go. Right, go slowly in case. Anything else in there? Something here. Edge connector. Comes out. And it won't come fully off because of the door. So just took that off. And now it should just separate and lift up. Here we are. Oh, there's battery backup on this board. So this is the control board for the whole mechanism. Amplifier, I guess this is Minidisc mainly, and CD all in one here. And there's also a little battery capacitor there, or super capacitor. This board is really gonna have to just come off, and then maybe then I can see. Now, there is a screw there, that side. Seems to be one this side. I'm only hoping fixing this is getting inside this CD drive. If it looks clean, it's just likely to be worn out and probably needs a replacement head, CD head. Whether or not I've got the right one to hand is another thing, but that'll be interesting to find out in a minute. Just trying to unpick everything here so I can at least get this board up, possibly get access to other screws that might be in here in terms of the plastic. Seems to be screwing here. Possibly a final screw at the bottom here. Tucked out the way. Tricky thing is this board on this side. The metal screws on the back here might be preventing me from pulling this out. Problem is separating this while this is in place. Looks like I have it. I can now see the CD. What I need to do is wind this back. So with that in place, can I wind the mechanism? Let's get down to this other screw. There's one screw at the back, and then it looks like it slides back and then out. Yeah. And there's the drive. It's possible that the head has just been stuck in one position. There's a little plastic guard here, so this is like a shutter really. It goes back over the lens to keep, I suppose, any dust out. It's quite a nifty design. I wonder if this screw needs to come out. Something like that. So what I was doing, I was turning this. This is cracked. Can you see? This plastic. So it seems it's not smooth, it's jarring. That definitely ain't going to help it move around. I bet you it's not the laser then. There's resistance there. Doesn't seem to be a washer holding that on. Just using a flat knife to pop this off. It is kind of coming off, but you can see the crack in it. I will give this a little clean. I've got some super glue and I'm just going to dab a little bit onto the side here, and what I'm going to have to do is just kind of apply a bit of pressure. I did try the super glue and it didn't work because it was probably not closed enough when it was glued, so I've cleaned out where the super glue was, so there's quite a prominent crack in there now, as you can see. There you go. What I plan to do is to try fusing the actual plastic on the top part. So I'm going to hold that in some pliers and apply some heat at the coldest setting on the soldering iron. And if that does fuse, I'll turn it around and try to apply a little bit of heat inside for the bottom part. I've already done this top bit. I don't know if it'll hold. Good having a different colour because you can see that a repair has been attempted. I've positioned the gear back on. Now it does seem to be a lot better, but there is a little bit of resistance. Whether or not this can work as it is really for me to find out. So let's get all this reassembled. Time to tackle one of the belts on this. Doesn't look too bad, so it's just a case of taking this thicker belt off that one. Oh yeah, that one is definitely past being good. This is very close to getting gooey actually. Throw that one away. I think this will be good for a little while, this belt. It's straightforward to change anyway. The other thing I did was just glued back on the plastic that I'd broken off. So just to wrap up this video, I'm going to perform a quick test, make sure that the CD is working fine. So just loading the mini disc, and as you can see it's blank. So what I want to do is just record off of the CD. So record mode, this just sets the compression and whether or not it's mono or stereo. And this is stereo, which is the standard short play. Let's do LP2, and then we want to do synchro. So let's do CD to mini disc, normal speed. And then when it's ready, it's saying press start. So it's really quite straightforward. And we'll just let that do its thing for a minute. Okay, so I'm going to press stop now. And then power off, and it should write the table of contents. And all good. It's recorded to mini disc. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll do some more similar videos in the future. Bye for now.